Hello and welcome to the October 2025 edition of our Global College Spotlight. Each month, we introduce you to an excellent university option outside the United States, where students can earn a full undergraduate or graduate degree entirely in English. This month, we highlight IQS, one of the prestigious schools that make up Universitat Ramon Llull in Barcelona. Many excellent schools such as ESADE are actually part of this university, and today we will focus on IQS, School of Engineering and the School of Management. IQS is one of the founding members of Universitat Ramon Llull and is top ranked in science, engineering and business. As always, today's Global College Spotlight is brought to you by Global College Advisors, and just in case you are new to our Global College Spotlights, I'm Cornelia Betschart-Fortes and I'm the founder of Global College Advisors, and I will be your host today. Before we explore the many opportunities at IQS School of Engineering and the School of Management, I'd like to introduce our presenter, Marta Ruiz. Marta has been part of the university and has been working at IQS as the International Recruitment Manager for over 6 years. Part of her work is to support students throughout the entire admissions process and to make sure international students feel guided and welcomed all the way until their arrival on campus in Barcelona. It's wonderful to have you here today with us, Marta. I'll stop sharing my screen now and I hand over the presentation to you.
Thank you very much, Cornelia, for having me here today, and thank you for the presentation. All right, so let's start, and I'm going to start sharing my screen. So IQS was founded over 100 years ago, and it was founded by the Jesuits. And we start teaching chemistry, so that's why it's called IQS, Institut Chemistry of Sarrià. Sarrià is the neighborhood where we are located in the city of Barcelona. However, we move on into other areas of tuition. In the 90s, Ramon Llull, as Cornelia mentioned, was one of the founders of Ramon Llull University. And to this day, we have two schools. We have the School of Engineering, where we teach our technical and scientific degrees, and the School of Management, where we teach all our degrees related to business, marketing, and management. The university is located top of the city in the neighborhood of Sarrià, which is very safe area. It's very residential, and it's close to other private universities and private and international schools. Also, it's really well connected to the city center of Barcelona. We are right north of the city. Okay, so this is the layout of the members that belong to Ramon Llull University. As I mentioned, we are a federated university and all the centers, we work independently. However, at the same time, we run some programs which are joint programs between two institutions. At IQS, we have international accreditation. So, for instance, our School of Management is accredited by the AACSB, and our School of Engineering is accredited by ABT. Both are American agents that accredit. One is for business and the other one is for engineering. Also, we hold other European and national accreditations. We also appear on rankings such as Financial Times, Shanghai Ranking, QS, among others. Right, so why study at IQS? So let's see that 50% of our studies are practical. This is a very important point, practical in the sense that you will have 50% of your time in the labs. We have labs for each area of tuition, and also practical in a way that you will need to do presentations, essays on a weekly basis. Also, these practical sides goes behind the classroom, and saying that for the undergraduate programs, you have mandatory internship during the last year. And for master programs, sometimes it's also mandatory, or sometimes it's like an elective. We give personal attention, and something like a very strong point is also we offer small groups. For international students, we assign a tutor, an academic tutor, an extra academic tutor during the first year, just to make sure that the student is adapting well, it's following the classes, and if there is any issue or any gap, sometimes there is academic gaps because from where they're coming from, they haven't seen all the subjects, so this tutor can follow up and give you support. And the extra academic tutor, just want to mention, make sure that everything is okay in the accommodation in Barcelona. You have your visa if you need it. Everything it's accurate, etc. And very important to say also, we say that our ratio of employability is 90% after 3 months of graduation. We offer national international job exchange, workshop and support jobs placement, and we do this through our career services department. All right, the following degrees that you can see are the ones that belong to our School of Engineering. All of them are taught in Spanish, and they have a duration of 4 years. So it's biotechnology, biomedical sciences, industrial engineering, chemistry, chemical engineering, pharmacy, and applied maths. And the following bachelor degrees are the ones that belong to our School of Management. Those ones are taught fully in English, and business administration and management, international business, and marketing. It's also 4 years, 8 semesters, and the intake is in September. So just 2 weeks ago, we had the welcome, and the new students, about 600, over 600 new students just started. All in just to mention also, all in total, we have around 2,000 students at IQS. We're not that big, we're not that small. And we have a new intake of undergrad students for over 600, between 600, 700 new intakes. Okay, very important to mention that our undergraduate degrees at the School of Management, the 3 of them can also you can study 1 year or 2 years abroad, and you can obtain a dual or triple international degree. It means that with business administration and management, you can go 1 full year, which that takes place in the 4th year. You can go to Catch Business School in France. With marketing, you can go either to United Kingdom, Germany, Sweden, or France, one of those universities where we have agreement for this program, and you will obtain a dual international degree. And for international business, we give 2 options, or dual or triple international degree. It means that you can go 2 years abroad with a triple, and it means that the 2nd year you go to ESSEC Business School in Paris, and the 4th year you go to Sheffield Hallam University in the UK. So your degree is recognized by 3 European universities. And dual international degree, it means that 1 year you can go 1 year to France or 1 year to Germany. So we give multiple options. Also, if you wish to, you can stay 4 years at IQS in Barcelona. And all the programs give you the option also to go for 1 semester abroad as exchange student or Erasmus. And we have, again, over 100 agreements all over the world, in Asia, in Africa, Europe, US, Central and Latin America. Okay, we also offer dual bachelor's degrees, just combining 1 degree from the School of Engineering plus business administration and management. Our master's degrees at the School of Engineering are mostly in English and are the following, like chemical engineering, pharmaceutical chemistry, bioengineering, biopharmaceutical business, and circular economy. Those 5 ones are in English. And they have a duration of 3 semesters, 1 year and a half. The masters at the School of Management, we have 3 of them, which are also in English, and they have a duration of 2 semesters, 1 academic year. International Marketing in a Digital Environment, Circular Economy, and Industrial Business Management. Right. The tuition fee for next year, it will be around 14,000 euros. Now you can see on my screen projected 13,740, but this is the year that it just started. We haven't received yet the exact amount for next academic year. However, I can tell you that it will be around 14,000 euros per year. And the master's degree have a fee between 13,000 to 15,000 per program, euros. All right. If you are wondering if we offer scholarships, yes, we do. We offer a maximum of 40% off tuition on the first year of enrollment. And if you want to keep it on, you can maintain it. However, you need to meet a certain academic score in order to maintain it. In order to apply, you first need to be admitted. So you will need to do the pre-registration and wait for admission. And once you've been admitted, you will be able to apply. And you will apply through our virtual campus. So you will need to fill out a form, and also you will need to attach some documents. We offer scholarship based on your academic excellence or your economical need. Okay, so we value both or one or the other, and we grant you a certain amount according to what you've proved. All right, so admissions and enrollment process, how does it work? First of all, you will need to go to our website, and what it says admission process, you click on start pre-registration. And for the undergraduate programs, you will need to submit the academic transcripts of the last 2 years of a study. If you have just started now your last year and you do the pre-registration from November onwards, it's okay. Just send the scores that you have from last year and what you've done until now. Even though it just predicted grades, we also accept predicted grades. Yeah, we know that you haven't finished yet. Majority of the students haven't finished yet, but it's okay, whatever you have done so far. And with these scores and the results of the admission test, because we run an online admission test once a month, we will value your admission. Once you do the pre-registration, you will have a drop-down list and you will need to select the date of the test that you want to do it. The test has a duration of 3 hours. We will send it around 3 p.m. Spanish time, which is your morning. It will be your morning in the other side of the continent. And it will last about 3 hours approximately. However, it's okay if at that moment you can't do it, you're at school, because you have 24 hours to do it from the moment you receive it. Now, you might be wondering, what do I need to prepare? What is it about? You don't need to prepare anything. It's a psychometrical test, reading and writing, numerical, comprehension, and there is a personal questionnaire. And also there is an English grammar test, which you need to do anyways, even though you are native in English or very fluent. And you just need to complete those parts. and submit it. Okay, and remember, you have 24 hours to complete it. You don't need to prepare anything before you need to study anything. We just want to know you as you are right now. So we will value the academic scores, the results of the test, and we will let you know if you've been admitted by email after 15 days of taking the test. If you've been admitted, you will be able to do a pre-enrollment payment. This payment will be deducted from the total enrollment. So if the enrollment is 14,000 euros for the first year, you first will pay 1,000 or 3,000 euros, depending on the program. And then you will need to pay the remaining. Right, and then the enrollment will take place in July. In order to do the enrollment, you need to meet certain entry legal requirements. So for studies, for European studies or international baccalaureate, you will need to obtain your UNET-ASIS accreditation. And for educational systems from all the others, like US, you will need to obtain what is called the homologation, and this is done through the Spanish Ministry of Education. It takes a little bit longer, but this is something that you can only start once you finish your high school and once you hold your high school diploma. With the proof that you have started this procedure, it will be enough for you to start in September, and you will be enrolled on a conditional enrollment until you obtain the final resolution, which it takes several months. All right, so the logos that you can see now projected are some companies related to IQS, and because we've been in the industry for over 100 years, we have a really strong connection with the companies, and we receive internships constantly for our students. And through the Career Services Department are the ones who help students to find the internship that they need to do during their 4-year, and it's mandatory for the undergrads or elective or mandatory for master programs. Some students also, if they wish to, they can even do more than one internship, but it's just one that it's part of the curricular plan. Okay, at IQS, we also have a student help desk, which is the main point for all our students. And from there, they will help them with all services, even if it's payment, if it's enrollment, if it's academically, if it's an IT issue, everything can be sorted from the student help desk. It's the main point. There is also student life department that helps students with anything to do after academic hours. So they run sports such as football club, basketball, volleyball, paddle, and also there is a debate club, volunteering, Sports Day, IQS Fest, IQS Branch, Green Fridays, and others. So basically anything to do with leisure activities. Then once the students are graduated, they will belong to the alumni network. And also there is the Career Services Department, which are the ones that I mentioned giving support to finding the internship. And also they give workshops and training to enter the job market. We run some extracurricular activities. Here you can see some of our students, the startup event, visiting a winery visit, running at the Olympic Port of Catalonia, and this all just run for welcome of international students. Some of them. Also, we offer PhDs. Here you can see pictures of our lovely city in Barcelona. And I just wanted to mention that in our website, we have a field where it says international students. If you click there, you will find information about international students and certain requirements that you need to meet before arriving. But also there is a field where it talks about accommodation. We recommend certain student halls or residences for our students. With some of them, we have an agreement and you can benefit of a discount. And some others, we don't have an agreement. However, we still recommend them because we visited them and they meet certain requirements. So you can check on our website and you will see different fields with agreement, without agreement, and you can see how far from IQS are. Some of them are very close by and it's a walking distance. Some of them are a bit farther. I would say that the price is around 900 euros per month to 1,000 or just over 1,000. Some of the residences look beautiful and they look like a hotel. Some others are more basic, and it just depends on the student budget, what you wish to. We recommend that approximately living in Barcelona would cost you from 1,200 euros per month. But again, it depends on student budget. Accommodation is the most expensive in Barcelona. Transportation is affordable. You can buy discounted tickets for students for the whole month, and maybe it's 40 euros approx. And you can take all sorts of transports around the city. So there is trains, there is buses, bikes, undergrad, like metro, overground, ferrocarril, different. Barcelona is really well communicated, and we say that maybe you need to plan 30 minutes to move across Barcelona. In 30 minutes, you reach the destination where you want to go. And also, depending where you are, it's very walkable, so you can walk a lot. The food, it just depends. We have all sorts of supermarkets, more affordable, more expensive. And then gym, it also depends. We have low-cost gyms and also more expensive. So leisure activity, sports, it just depends. You can find all sorts. Okay, so here you can see some of the residences that we recommend, and you can find on our website. So here at the top it's IQS, and as you can see, we have some close by. Also, you will see that we offer some other services, in terms of accommodation. There are some companies that help you to find accommodation if you want to. You will need also to obtain a visa if you don't hold any EU passport. And now it's the time. I'm going to share with you a video. And you can see our campus, Cornelia. If let me check, because I can't remember now if I select the sound. So just a second. If it doesn't sound, please let me know, and then I will stop and share the screen again.
When you choose where to study, you're choosing much more than just a university where you'll continue learning. You're choosing a way of doing things, opportunities, and future prospects that will define your life. And that's not all. You're also choosing values, a university where new friendships will blossom, and enjoying experiences that will make you grow as a person. At IQS Ramon Llull University, we're here for you to help you craft the best version of yourself, both personally and professionally. To do so, we make you think, we question you, we challenge you, and we help you overcome difficulties. Have fun, interact with others, get out of your comfort zone, enhance your talents, discover the impact you can have on the world, and motivate you to always give your best. Why do we do this? Because our mission is crystal clear and highly ambitious, improving the future of society. At IQS, we know that the best way to do this is by counting on you. IQS, for society, for you.
Okay. Right.
Perfect.
Also, as I mentioned before, we have labs for each area of tuition. So we have a financial lab, we have a neuro and digital marketing lab, biotechnology, chemistry, engineering, etc. Okay, and 50% of the time will be spent in the labs. All right. So I think that this is all from my end.
Perfect. Well,
I hope that it was clear.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And you touched on so many points I had questions for, so I hardly have any questions now. So you had a slide with the tuition, and I just wanted to clarify the tuition is for European and non-European, correct?
Correct. That's why I didn't make any difference. Good question. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
National, international, we have the same fees.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Yes.
And then the other question I had, so when you explained the application process, basically, do you have actually certain application requirements that you expect from students? For example, many students here in the US follow either a curriculum that offers AP courses and exams or IB curriculum. Is there a certain, first, are there certain subjects that you expect, for example, math or so?
Good question too. If they want to do business administration and management, we expect maths, certain level of maths, and we expect that all the subjects are passed. However, we don't have any requirement in terms of GPA as long as everything is passed. That's for business, marketing, and international business. For the School of Engineering, if someone is fluent in Spanish and wants to join the School of Engineering, it's different because then they need to have certain subjects related to engineering.
Okay, yeah.
And sorry, just one more. If they want to join international business triple degree or dual degree, which they want to go 1 or 2 years abroad, then we take students based on high academic profile because the spaces are limited. So we only take like the highest ones.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you for explaining that. And then also part of the application process, you mentioned that, for example, the US students would have to go through a process that's called homologation.
Yes.
And they really can only finish the homologation once they have the actual final transcript, right? But you said
Yes.
something that they start the process already much earlier.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit, because I remember from previous applications and questions that that's a longer process in a way.
Correct.
When do they start? When do they start the homologation process in that application process, right? So they apply online, and when would they go and start the actual process?
They will start the actual process of the homologation with the Ministry of Education only when they hold their high school diploma. So only when they have finished school. And usually, I think, if I'm not wrong, this is June, right?
Yes, correct. So that's pretty late then, right?
Yes, yes. And university starts in September. So it's very tight. That's why I said that they start the process between end of June, July, August. They start the process by then. However, the process won't be finalized until later on when the university has already started with the proof that they have already started the process it's enough for them to start university in September, and they will start on a conditional enrollment until they obtain the final homologation.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So,
However, sorry,
yeah, no,
however,
that's good.
they can start the admission process before. Yeah, they can start the
Okay.
admission process now from November onwards. So
Mhm.
they can be admitted in December, January, February, etc. This admission is conditioned that they finish high school, they obtain the high school diploma, they start the homologation, and then they obtain the homologation. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
Mhm.
they are able to start the admission process without having this homologation,
Mhm.
without having finished the high school. And this admission is always conditioned that they finish high school and they
Mhm.
pass it, obviously.
So, what's the timeline? Let's say someone is applying, October, November, as a senior in high school, so in the last year, and they follow the whole process that you explained. When can they hear back if they are conditionally accepted?
So let's say that they start the application in November. They do the test in December. They will have the answer end of December, and after 15 days
Oh,
approximately. So just before Christmas, or maybe depending on the week, it can be just back
mm-hmm,
in January. And can say you've been admitted. Okay, they admitted. They can pay the pre-enrollment fee, which is 1,000 euros. And we stay like this. Nothing else happens until July. So we are in January, and
mm-hmm,
until July, nothing else happened. And until the student finishes the high school, they start the homologation process, and we
mm-hmm,
open our enrollment
mm-hmm.
process. The enrollment process at university starts in July. Then in
Oh,
July, when we open it, beginning of July, they will able to enroll and to submit the document according that they have started the homologation process. And this is like a proof that they have started. With this document, they are able to enroll, and then they are able to start beginning of September.
oh, okay. That was very
And
helpful. Thank you.
And later on, when the final homologation comes up, maybe it could be February the following year, or May or June. Maybe it can take even a year sometimes.
Wow.
When they receive it, they just show it to the general secretary, and then the enrollment just formalize.
Oh, okay, okay,
And then they
perfect.
enroll into the second year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's how it would work.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Also, in that time, if they need the visa, they could also start the visa process before.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
While they wait for enrollment, they have paid already for the pre-enrollment fees. They will need to apply for visa.
So the visa process is the part they can start before the homologation process.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay,
It's not linked. It's two different processes which are not
okay,
linked.
okay, okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that explanation. That was really, really helpful.
Also, yeah, you're welcome. Also to mention that in our university, we have a legal advisor. And once they have paid the pre-registration fee, they've been admitted, they can contact this legal advisor and they can help them with the legal procedures.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, that's really, really helpful. And those were my main questions. Actually, one, and you didn't mention anything, so I'm suspecting you might not have it. Do you have like a foundation year or summer programs for students that either want to get to know IQS or don't have the requirements but really want to study at IQS?
Not yet.
Okay.
We don't have it yet.
Okay, so it's coming.
No,
Okay,
not yet, but hopefully
perfect.
will come. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, Marta, thank you again for such an insightful introduction to IQS and for sharing the many opportunities available to students at IQS in Barcelona. As a quick reminder, our Global College Spotlight series continues each month, featuring universities from across Europe, Canada, and beyond. You can revisit today's conversation and explore previous Global College Spotlights anytime on our website or on our YouTube channel. And with that, I look forward to welcoming you back next month for another Global College Spotlight. And until then, thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye.